Hello SHABABIES, thank you for tuning in into our video for today, which is going to be about lube. Lube, for those who aren't aware, is you guessed it, lubricant that is used during sex in order for things to move along more smoothly. Before we get a little more in depth about lube, we should eliminate any possible substitutions people might use. Lotion, used for ashy arms, not for sex. Any form of cooking oil, used for making eggs, not for sex. Car oil, used for car touch-ups, please do not use for sex. A lot of people think that lube is just used for anal or gay sex, which is actually a harmful assumption, and let me explain why. Some women or trans men, due to either health or personal vaginal issues, struggle to produce enough wetness for sex to be pleasurable, and this is nobody's fault. Sex needs to be pleasurable for both parties, so if something's wrong or doesn't feel right, discuss it with your partner, and don't feel embarrassed to get extra help if needed. Now, knowing you need lube is one thing, deciding which to get is another. There's a huge variety of lubes to choose from, and within those types of lubes there are even more variety to pick. However, in today's video we'll just focus on the basics, and those are the three branches of lube: oil-based lubricant, water-based lubricant, and silicone-based lubricant, which all have their own pros and cons. Oil-based lube, which we discussed earlier is not the same as car oil, is more akin to baby oil. It's a lube that those who are sensitive to water and silicone-based lubes can have as an option. This lube is also water resistant, which makes having sex in water a lot easier. However, some cons to oil are that they cannot be used with latex condoms, the most commonly used form, as it will degrade the condom to the point where it's useless. Also, while it's a stronger lubricant than water-based, it's also not as easy to clean or natural as the water-based, so infections might occur. Now, the most popular and good for first-timers is the water-based lube. Water-based is the most used for a reason, as it is found pretty much anywhere that sells condoms. It works great with condoms, so no worries about it breaking it, and is easy to clean off, just need some soap and water. Now, the easy cleanup actually leads to a con if you choose to use water-based that isn't as durable as other lubes. For one, it's a lot weaker than its peers and requires a lot more lube than if you were to use oil or silicone-based. This, and it being water-based, is why if you were to have sex in water, this lube branch would basically be useless and just come off immediately. And last but not least, we're going to discuss silicone lube, the most underrated of the bunch. Silicone lube is already pretty great across the board and lacking in the cons that the others have. While oil-based cannot be used with condoms, silicone-based can. Whereas water-based is weaker compared to the rest, and weakened even more so by water, silicone is actually very slippery, making non-vaginal sex really easy and vaginal sex even easier. However, it's not a miracle elixir that makes for perfect sex, although it does its best to, as it makes for a difficult and messy cleanup. This lube is also very damaging to silicone-made sex toys, which can ruin an expensive self-investment to yourself. Well, there you have it, a quick run-up of the ups and downs of the three branches of lube, and remember, there's no shame in needing any of them, or all of them for different occasions. Lube has existed long before us, back to the time of ancient Greeks using olive oil, to early Japan using totoro juri, which was a yam soup that also worked as lube. Life is too short to have bad, dry sex, so go out to your local sex shop and find what's right for you. Thank you for watching the video and supporting us SHABABY members. Make sure to like and subscribe. And remember, if you have any questions, please check our other videos, or DM us on Instagram at SBShababy. Thank you.